Hello everyone, I'm ImKibitz and welcome back to Satisfactory, where last time we redid and reorganized this giant aluminum base here, made some cool funky designs. And then we went exploring and found some cool funky, nothing. No, JK, there was something there before, but now I guess it's gone. Anyway, I want to do some more building today because we have to make like 2,000 plastic per minute in order to make our battery factory function. And if we're building something massive and cool again, I want to try out the new things in the game. The half foundation set and the quarter pipe extension set, or pack. Wait, why is this a set and why is this a pack? Okay, we're gonna build with these today. And while I build this new factory, you can build your fleet in World of Warships. It's a free-to-play game available for PC, where you can play alone or with your friends in 40 unique maps, which each have top-notch new graphics and stunning water and weather effects. There are multiple ship classes to choose from as well, including battleships, destroyers, aircraft carriers, cruisers, and even submarines. And beyond just the game, World of Warships is a unique digital museum with recreations and blueprints in the game's virtual dockyard, so you can check out some of the most famous ships from World War I and II. On top of all that, new content is being released every month. And oh yeah, did I mention that World of Warships is now available on consoles? So check it out and download World of Warships using the first link in the description and use the code BRAVO for a huge starter pack, which includes 500 doubloons, 1.5 million credits, 7 days of premium account time, and 1 free choice of ship after you complete 15 battles. So again, sign up using the first link in the description and use the code BRAVO. And thank you World of Warships for sponsoring this video. Back to that ye ol' Satisfactory video game though, we're gonna be starting off today a little bit different in our creative world here. So we have pretty much everything we'd ever want or need, plus I have my mods active so we can just go into creative mode and fly fast, and we can build and do whatever we want. And I just wanna mess around a bit with the new materials and platforms and see what I can build. So we have infinite tickets, good. So let's pick up the new foundations, please and thank you. And just for completion's sake, let's go and get you guys. Thank you very much. And let's get started. Oh, I guess we can just throw those out, doesn't matter. Okay, let's build over here. Let's see what we can do. There's a couple things I've always wanted to do, specifically with the half foundations. Or actually, now I'm thinking about it. No, I wanna mess with the rounded things first. So let's get the quarter pipes, then get those circular things. Okay, can you go on top of the thingy? No, they don't like to do that. Okay, sure, very weird. Doesn't matter, I can still get what I'm after. Just doing this, making a bit of a tower here, and then hoping and praying that we can make this concrete. Yes, we can, perfect. Plus earlier on, they made it so you can make these concrete too, so now we have giant concrete pillar. And overall, just for bridges, that's gonna look amazing. And is that, I'm sorry, there's a new planet in the sky, what? Has 2 moons? Okay. Sorry, that's, man, there's already 1 planet, now 2? What's going on here? Anyway, that's a cool little pillar for a bridge, whatever. The main thing is, how does it look when painted black? Because one thing I've really wanted in this game is just like a buildable smokestack. I think smokestacks are great, and it'd be nice if we just place them as like a decoration. And you know what? I'd say from afar that looks like a smokestack. Of course, there's not actually gonna be smoke coming from it, but I'm sure we could do something a little finicky. Like if we had a coal generator kind of like clipped inside, maybe the smoke would be able to like rise out through the top. So I quickly made a little thing just to test it out. And no, we're so close. What if we got rid of this? Okay, you know what? That's pretty good. For such a haphazardly set up thing, that's pretty cool. Like, of course you could line it up a little bit better, but there we go. Okay, you can't see it from super far away, but that's okay. Plus, we can just underclock these to like, what, 1%? And then it hardly uses any resources at all. And we just get the effect. Cool, dude. Big fan of that. So happy that's in the game now. Also, the other thing I was wondering about were those half foundations. Now, I'm not super jazzed about the half foundations. Now that we have so many tools from Update 5, like, they're a nice addition, but they're not like a super needed thing. What I mean by that, by the way, if you haven't ever seen this before, is you can just build a walkway, or catwalk, whatever, and then align platforms to it, and then effectively, there you go. You have your half block. Plus, you can clip stuff through each other now, so not sure what else you do with these things. Except for one very important thing that I'm quite excited about. We actually want this one here. We'll zoop it. I'm sure we can make this concrete, right? Okay. Yes. The answer is yes. I don't know why it's doing that, though. I guess it's an experimental build, right? Oh, and why is that built right in the center of this foundation? Okay, that is some annoying stuff. However, the big plan probably will work. Wherein I just want to have like an alternate to the catwalks for players to walk. So we could add like railings onto this. Okay, this is the weirdest thing I've ever dealt with in the game. It's acting like a totally square block, but it's a rectangle. Very, very weird. But I think you can kind of see the concept here. Like, we have just a different kind of catwalk that would really fit in with the brutalist kind of builds that I make. Because the normal catwalks are very silver, they look like they kind of belong inside, almost. But this looks like it really belongs outside, and it's a lot more clean. You know, even if we got rid of these, it'd probably look even better, just floating there. Looks like modern, evil villain kind of walkway. Something like that. Anyway, back to this. Yeah, I don't know what the heck is going on here. Like, they do not snap well. They, like, snap into the center of each other and... What? Are you seeing this? It's like halfway up? Is it just because it's a 1 meter? Oh, maybe it's because it's a 1 meter foundation. It's a little bit better if it's a 2 meter. We cannot build off of this other side, so it's still treating it like a full square, but it's not. Okay, I thought we were gonna build with this a bit today, but we are not messing with these today. They are a little too experimental for my tastes. But maybe we'll throw together a couple of these. We'll see. But it turns out it doesn't matter at all, because both of these things are not being released to the early access branch of the game. They're too buggy still, the devs said, which is totally correct. So I guess we'll mess with those in update 7, maybe? Who knows, who cares? I'm fine without them. Main thing is, I am super hyped because they have the clean pipes now. And if you don't know what's up with that, it just means the pipe doesn't have an indicator on it. So yeah, I'm sure we're gonna be using those a lot. At least in a little bit when we're ready to start building our plastic factory right here. And for those of you wondering what the heck is going on already at this location, this is actually where I was going to build my main base, but then decided to move it elsewhere. So this is just left here, and now we're gonna retrofit it with the oil stuff. Because we have a resource well over here that has 1,350 crude oil per minute. And then a little further over that way, we have this little marshland in the middle of the map that has even more crude oil. So that is 1,200 oil. That's a lot. So the 1,200 oil here plus the 1,350 from that well is 2,550 oil per minute. And that I think can make like 7,000 plastic per minute? Not really sure off the top of my head, but I'll do that in my Excel spreadsheets. And oh my gosh, okay, yep, I totally underestimated the scale of this project. It's huge, it's nutty. So here, I have a little spreadsheet I whipped up where you can insert how much crude oil you have, and it'll poop out how much plastic you're gonna be able to make. Which in this scenario, if we have 2,550, is almost 7,000. Pretty good guess, me. Thanks, me. And yeah, all these are the numbers I'm working with here. And it looks like with the heavy oil residue, recycled rubber, all this kind of stuff, we're gonna actually need 142 refineries, which is almost as big as our rubber refining plant over in the Blue Crater Lake here. So, yeah, that's gonna be nuts. So we'll see how much we actually get done on this huge project. Oh, and if you like the spreadsheet and stuff like that, I have it available on my Patreon, so you can just work on whatever oil projects you want and just insert numbers super easy like this. If not, pause the video, it's all here and I'm sure you can figure it out. So with all that said, we're gonna get started really quick, and I'm not really gonna go over a lot of the logic with all of what's happening here, but I will tell you the process just so you kind of have an idea what's going on. So I have all the oil here now, and all of it is going to become heavy oil residue with the heavy oil residue alternate recipe, and then some polymer resin. Main thing is the HOR here. The HOR will combine with water to be turned into fuel with the diluted fuel alternate in this blender. The fuel is like the most important thing because then we can use it to make recycled rubber by combining plastic and fuel to make rubber. And then the polymer resin, we're also gonna be turning into rubber with the residual rubber recipe. And then we're making all of this rubber for a plastic factory to use the creme de la creme, recycled plastic alternate, which combines rubber and fuel to make an insane amount of plastic. And this is gonna be the biggest part of this whole factory and requires 62 fully overclocked refineries. And again, on the complexity stuff, we're gonna need a bit of that plastic to go back here to make some rubber to feed back into this system, and that's why I don't wanna explain this again, okay? Again, pause the video at the spreadsheet or just download it from Patreon, because we're just gonna get building here. Though if you do want a more in-depth explanation, check out my Satisfactory playlist where I was building the rubber factory, because I went really in-depth there. But right now, I've cleaned things up and we are going to start building. So, we're gonna have a main platform here, and this is where the majority of the refineries are gonna be. In fact, probably all of them. We're gonna build some like super massive tower there, probably. And then we also need 28 blenders and 29 fully overclocked water extractors. And the water shouldn't be the worst problem in the world because we're in this beautiful crater lake biome, and we can just scoop it up from all there. And then we can kind of knock out 2 birds with 1 stone here, and we can start building the factory down this way. So the bulk of it will be here, but an offshoot will go over these ponds. And over here, I'm sure we could fit in all of the blenders. And more importantly, we can build a huge platform to cover these lakes, and then we can stuff these lakes with all of the water extractors we want. Because I like this biome, I like how it looks. I don't want to make it, you know, covered in weird pipes and extractors and stuff. So we'll hide it all beneath the footprint of our mega factory. Yeah, with all the space we now have covering up all of these water extractors I've put together. And yeah, we're for sure gonna put all the blenders down here, because we're making the diluted fuel, which needs water and heavy oil residue. So we got a couple down there, and then the bulk of the water extractors are over here, which are all able to fit in this one pond, luckily. I'm pretty much certain we can fit enough blenders in this area. The big problem, of course, is gonna be all of those refineries. 142, in fact. And you know what? We're just gonna keep things simple, and we're just gonna build out large rows of them and kind of just keep stacking them up in this kind of pattern. So this is the biggest row, the 62 for recycled plastic. And then the design I have going here is, it might be the worst thing or the best thing ever. So we have effectively about a tile in between the refineries to get items in and out of Dodge. And then there's plenty of room on the left and on the right side. But then we have effectively 1 tile for all of the outputs, and we're gonna have 10 belts of plastic. But I have a plan for that. I built this ring up here, and we have 5 of the belts come to one side, then 5 of the belts go to the other side, and 1 platform should be enough to deal with everything. Just to show off an example. Like we'd get to like the end of a full 780 belt, have this go up here, over to here, and then to wherever it needs to go this way. Or that way. Or I don't really know where all of the end products will end up. But somewhere. Ah, yes. And then the actual entire base's design. We kind of have to keep it a little simple. Most of the chaos is gonna come in once we start adding in all of the belts and pipes, so we gotta just have a general idea of what we're doing. And I'm thinking we have some giant face to the base. Oh no, my fuel. No. And we do kind of that grill pattern that we've done over at the aluminum base. Okay, we're good. And to give it a little bit of pizzazz, aside from the grill, we could have the whole design come inwards towards the mountain, and it gives it kind of like a 3D effect, you could say. Let's see how that's kind of turning out. Oh, that's pretty cool, actually. I like that a lot. Yeah, we're sticking with that right there, brother. And then the last thing is what I'm doing over there. And to be honest, actually, I don't even really know. I just thought there's like a little hill here thing, so we gotta put something on it, right? Maybe it'll be like an item spine. Ooh, it could totally be like an item spine. So just put walls up and down, and then we could have belts moving and grooving all of the plastic and rubber or whatever we have to move around just to here. And then from the front, we're gonna have the giant concrete slab there. We could get rid of that platform. We just have like a bunch of belts and pipes moving from floor to floor on that side. Ooh, that would look real good, bud. Plus, it will fill out that right wall. Then as we fill in the rest of this area with concrete, we're gonna have so many blenders moving so many fluids that, yeah, that's just gonna be Pipe-mageddon. But now you can officially consider me scared. This project has gotten a little off the rails. Just seeing all of these refineries is like, dude, this is gonna be the worst to pipe together, but it's probably gonna end up looking really cool. As the front design, although really simple right now, has kind of come together. Added in this cool extra window to the left there that kind of matches our other factories. And as we get this place more developed, we can add more finicky details, pipes, belts, and all those works. And I've preemptively added in a couple lights just to see how it look, and it's looking good. Once we have thousands of belts running around here too and all the details added, this is gonna be probably one of the coolest factories we have in the world. Or at the very least, the most intimidating looking. However, we'll be finding out next time because I am done for today, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Oh yes, and of course, remember to sign up to World of Warships and use my promo code BRAVO. But anyway, that's gonna be all for now, so I hope you guys enjoyed and thank you for watching. But have a fantastic rest of your day, and bye-bye.